Title: The Time-Traveling Notebook. Opening scene. Lena was an ordinary high school student with an extraordinary love for old books. She spent hours in the dusty corners of her school library, flipping through forgotten pages. One evening, as she reached for a thick leather-bound notebook, something unusual happened. It buzzed. Not like an insect, but like a phone vibrating. Curious, she opened it. The pages were empty at first, but then words started appearing. Write a date. The notebook instructed in glowing ink. Lena hesitated but decided to test it. She wrote, January 1st, 1925. Instantly, her vision blurred. The room spun. And when she opened her eyes, she wasn't in the library anymore. Scene 2. The past. Lena found herself standing in a cobblestone street. People in vintage clothes bustled around. Cars from the 1920s rolled by. And a newspaper boy shouted, Happy New Year, 1925. She gasped. It worked. She had traveled back in time. Before she could process everything, a man in a suit rushed up to her. Miss Evelyn, you're late for the meeting, he said, grabbing her arm. Wait, what? I'm not Evelyn. Lena protested, but the man ignored her and dragged her into a grand building. Inside, people sat around a table, talking about the stock market and future investments. Confused, Lena sat down, trying to stay calm. A document was slid in front of her to sign. She glanced at the name on the paper, Evelyn Carter. That's when she realized she looked different. She wasn't in her school uniform anymore, but in a stylish 1920s dress. Somehow, the notebook had not only sent her back in time, but had placed her in someone else's body. Scene 3. A race against time. Lena needed to escape. She excused herself, ran outside, and pulled out the notebook. She quickly wrote February 4th, 2025. The moment she finished, the world swirled again. She landed back in the library, her hands shaking. The notebook lay in front of her, silent once more. Had she really just time traveled? Determined to prove it wasn't a dream, she flipped to the first page. There, in faded ink, were the words, Evelyn Carter, January 1st, 1925. If you find this notebook, use it wisely. Lena's heart pounded. Someone else had used this before her. Was Evelyn trapped in the past, or did she find a way back? Lena knew one thing: this was just the beginning, the end, or the beginning.